Hello folks, this is Aitanajha from inspiredrise.com and today we are going to talk about the ASUS ROG phone. This is one of the best modern gaming phones and today we are going to tell you all about it. So guys, we will start off with an unboxing for the same. This is one of the coolest boxes that I have ever seen for a smartphone. This is the official box for the ROG phone. Inside what you get is the smartphone itself. You get the cooler accessory for the smartphone, which is a nice fan cooling mechanism, and you also get the charging adapter along with the cable and few other things. Now let's talk about the build and design of the smartphone. This is one of the most industrial build I have seen on a smartphone. It comes with Corning Gorilla Glass 5 at the back and you have a dual USB Type-C port on the left hand side. At the bottom you get a single USB-C port along with a 3.5mm jack, and there's Gorilla Glass 6 at the front. At the back there's also the fingerprint sensor along with the camera setup and the heatsink. The overall design looks really solid and it's one of the most polished smartphones that I have seen this year. On the right hand side there's the power button and the volume rocker, and if you look at the back there's also the ROG logo which supports the aura lighting. The display is a very distinct one. It's a 90Hz refresh rate AMOLED display which uses Q-Sync technology, and it's one of the more polished displays that I have seen. It's very tough to capture it on the camera, but the 90Hz refresh rate looks really great while playing games. It comes with Qualcomm Snapdragon 845 chipset, 8GB of RAM, 2.96 GHz. The cryo cores on this one are specifically speed binned in order to get you the most performance. It supports gigabit LTE speeds, which means that you would have really great network performance, and has a wide array of sensors for extremely good gaming. The display on this one is HDR compliant, has a 1 millisecond response time, and has 1:1 contrast ratio. And I felt that the overall skin etc on this phone were okay. They were not really the best in class. I would have loved stock Android on this one, but it comes with some useful features. Supports aptX audio. There's a specific game mode, the ROG mode, wherein the fan really bumps up and you can see this X mode powers up. It looks really good and the overall performance is boosted when you activate the X mode. And then there's lot of accessories, add-ons for the smartphone, which makes it a very different gaming proposition. This is the Aero Active Cooler add-on, which allows you to have even a 4.7 degrees Celsius temperature drop while gaming. All of these connect via the dual USB-C on the left hand side, and then when they are connected the overall gaming performance becomes really good. On the top right and the bottom right there are things known as air triggers which can allow you to scope and shoot enemies and do a lot of other things. There's the ROG Game Center which allows you to customize the visuals, the lighting, and a lot of different things. It almost feels like you have a small gaming PC in your hand. This is one of the accessories available which allows you to convert your ROG phone into an almost professional gaming setup type of thing. It almost becomes as good as a handheld console, and you can see that there are dedicated 3.5mm jack and other slots in this one for charging as well as playing at the same time. You can map all of the controls. Then there's the twinview dock which allows easy mobile live streaming. You have your smartphone plugged in the dock, and you have another screen wherein you can see what's happening in real time on maybe social media or something. When more updates come to the smartphone in the near future, you can play on this smartphone at the same time while streaming also. So that's something, I guess that's the future of mobile games and streaming. And then there are these specific accessories which are really good for a lot of gaming applications and stuff. You can see that the twin view dock comes with a different display, and then there's this mobile desktop dock which comes with a lot of different features. You can see that there's the HDMI port, display port, Ethernet, 4 USBs, 1 USB Type-C. There's also the 3.5mm jack, and it's almost taking this thing to a professional grade desktop setup type of thing. And you can connect this easily to your HDMI setup, to your display, and then play games with a conventional keyboard and mouse setup. And we also tried this. It felt really great. The back camera on this one is a 12 megapixel one with the f1.8 aperture, 4-axis OIS, dual pixel PDF, and then there's also an 8 megapixel secondary sensor. It supports 4K videos at 60 frames per second. The images were all sharp and good. The front camera is an 8 megapixel one at f2.0 and supports up to 1080p images. It's good enough for a smartphone which does not focus really on the camera. This phone supports aptX audio and has dual stereo speakers. The sound on this one was great. And now let's test the sound.
Lost myself within the fire, breaking free from my desire. A heart of gold forged to inspire. It's starfire.
The sound experience is great for gaming as well as listening to music, and it's one of the more polished phones in terms of the audio experience. If I talk about heating etc, this smartphone does not heat up even after extended periods of gaming, and there are a lot of accessories in order to mitigate the heating effect. There's also this basic adapter which provides you with basic functionality like Ethernet and USB ports and one HDMI, so you can use this as a normal dock, and this one works also with other things like a MacBook Pro etc. I tested this one with a like a third party accessory for a MacBook Pro. And then there's the hard case which is available inside the box. It fits quite nicely on the phone and enhances the overall look as well as protection of the ROG phone. It comes with a 4000 mAh battery, supports fast charging. There's also bundled 30-watt charger inside the box which allows you to charge this phone really fastly, and most of the times it supports being plugged in while gaming, and that's one of the better approaches towards gaming and when you are gaming for really long periods of time. And I feel that this is one of the most polished phones right now which are available for a lot of people who are into smartphone gaming. It has a lot of good features and overall design etc is good. It supports nano sim, and it's one of those gaming phones which also support making calls and taking pictures and doing all of the normal things that phones do. But in terms of just the gaming experience, I would rate it a 10 on 10. At a price of around 70,000 rupees, the ROG phone is definitely not a cheap phone. It would be available at an easy EMI of 5,833 per month for 12 months in case somebody really wants to buy it. Otherwise, if you're somebody who's not looking to buy a really high-end gaming smartphone, I would advise against buying this smartphone. If you're somebody who is in the market for a great gaming smartphone with good audio, good camera and all of the other features, and you are looking for a professional smartphone in terms of gaming, then this is one of the best phones that money can buy for you. Jio users performing a recharge of 509 rupees plan will also get the following offers like 5,000 rupees instant cashback, which would be in the form of 20 vouchers. Overall, I feel that this is a good proposition, but for select few people who are willing to spend this much money. So guys, this was it for this video. In case you like this one, don't forget to smash the thumbs up button and do subscribe to Inspire to Rise for more awesome tech videos like this one. And guys, no matter what you do, stay inspired to rise.